what's up, everybody? It's Charles the Panther, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today, folks, we got an excellent show for y'all. But before we get into it, man, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. I'm laughing about something that I was thinking about before we started this show. Anyway, let's get into it. So, well, looks like they turning on your man. You know, LeBron is they turning on Buddy right now, man. I told y'all this day was gonna come. I told y'all. Now, they've also tried to make Luka the scapegoat, and it is pretty interesting. If you go and look at Luka's numbers, man, this guy's putting up incredible numbers, but yet somehow, some way, you know, he's the number one reason that they're losing. And I've gotten on Luka for some reasons, like playing defense and constantly whining and complaining. But somehow LeBron has managed to just kind of escape through. You know, the $52 million guy just kind of he just found a way to elude criticism, right? It's like, we're not going to look in that direction. Well, now it looks like some people are beginning to do that. So recently there's an audio that went viral everywhere of Byron Scott, I believe, on 106.5, a radio station out there in California, where they essentially asked him, hey, Byron, is it time for LeBron James to pack his bags and leave LA? And Byron Scott said, yeah, I think we've reached that time. So for those of you who didn't hear his comments or don't remember it, I want to quickly play what Brian had to say there, and then want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Byron Scott.
I just thought it was laughable, coming from one of the greatest players that ever played a game, to say that it's harder to play now than it was then.
Are you ready to see him go from the Lakers?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm a fan, but I don't mince words either. I mean, I think this should be his last year here.
Not in the NBA, just here.
No, just here.
Okay.
I really.
You don't got to go home, but you got to go.
It's Morris Day. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here.
Fantastic. So you heard what Byron had to say. So that goes viral. Everybody's reacted to it. We're reacting to it. Some channels chose not to react to it. You notice how nobody, then Uncle Shannon Sharp reacted to it, and he totally lost his mind. Shannon Sharp was getting flame broiled in the comment section of his own video yesterday, because people like, bro, you like what? Like, enough is enough with this nonsense, man, and this crying and whining, right? So Shannon was catching strays from his own audience. But then Colin Cowherd, who for a long time has been a LeBron James supporter. He has always been there, parroting, was trumpeting the idea of, LeBron is up there with Jordan. In some cases, he would even say that he had a better career than Michael Jordan, all this stuff. But now even Colin Cowherd is beginning to say that, you know what, I think it's time for LeBron James to move on. Like, this guy is also the problem. Like, it's time for him to leave. So what we want to do is we want to get into what Colin Cowherd had to say here, and we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Colin here.
Byron Scott, on a popular local LA radio show yesterday, said what a lot of former Lakers and maybe current new Laker executives think.
I just thought it was laughable, coming from one of the greatest players that ever played a game, to say that it's harder to play now than it was then.
Are you ready to see him go from the Lakers?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm a fan, but I don't mince words either. I mean, I think this should be his last year here.
So do I. LeBron is 41. He's averaging the fewest minutes of his career. He's shooting under 30% on threes, the fewest points per game since his rookie season, and he is the second slowest player in the entire league.
So you heard what Colin had to say, right? You heard what he had to say. What are my thoughts about this? Look, Colin Cowherd isn't breaking any news here, folks. He's not. Look, even for the people that are trying to run cover for LeBron and say, well, man, it ain't right to talk about LeBron because he's 42 years old. Yeah. That's what makes it even more egregious that the Lakers find themselves paying someone that is 42 years old $52.6 million. How do we justify this from a fiscal standpoint? How do we do it? How? It cannot be justified. It can be. So even if we look at it from that standpoint, from a financial standpoint and what it could do for the team in terms of flexibility, that's enough reason to be like, hey, maybe we need to get off this big contract. We'll have a little bit more flexibility, get some cheaper guys that can come in here and play defense and knock down some threes and hopefully get a playmaker in here. That could be another option. But the writing is on the wall, man. We said this from the start. The only people that are confused about this thing or find this to be disrespectful of LeBron fans himself, because they're still under this impression that LeBron came to save the Lakers, and had he not come, the Lakers wouldn't be anything in the future. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. All great franchises eventually bounce back. The Boston Celtics bounced back from Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen. They eventually got some young talent there. They eventually got Jaylen Brown. They eventually got Jason Tatum. So the great franchises will always find a way to bounce back. And LA is a top destination. We mustn't also forget the fact that LeBron being a part of the Lakers also caused a lot of star players to not want to play with him. Shannon and all of these guys totally left that part out, didn't they? They left out the fact that Paul George didn't want to go there. Kawhi Leonard didn't want to go there. Chris Paul. So many players. I think, was it James Harden or someone else? DeMar DeRozan. So many players turned down an opportunity to go play with the Lakers because of this guy. But now, all of a sudden, they're trying to say, well, if you got AD because we got AD. Y'all didn't even like, LeBron fans don't even like AD. They would always complain that AD is always breaking down and he can't give LeBron James a chance to help him win another title. Y'all acting like as if we haven't been listening to y'all for the past 3-4 years. When is AD going to take the key? Why is he always injured? Why is this, man? What does AD eat? What did he put banana peels in his socks? I don't understand this, man. Like, come on, man. Y'all acting like as if we don't know who we're dealing with here. Y'all never liked AD. You guys always thought that he was unreliable and he could never remain healthy. So when did you guys all of a sudden start developing all of this love and affection for Anthony Davis? Come on, like who are we kidding here? So Colin understands this. And I think everybody should at this point. It's over. That's why I was laughing at the idea of, the Lakers could have. For what? For what? Let it be done with. My God, what are we still holding on for? Who wants to sign up for another year of this? We already know what's going to happen. We've had the last 3 playoffs to look at it. Lakers are 2-12 out of their last 3 playoffs. And then LeBron's going to be 1 year older and we're going to give it enough. Come on, man. Like, enough is enough. It's done. Let's move on. It's over.